So this video is going to be dedicated to double consonants. Double consonants are pretty pivotal. There are a lot of Hmong words that involve them. They involve the single consonants, which you were just learning how to do, and so hopefully you practiced with that a bit. And now we're going to dive right into the double consonants, which is just the combinations of the consonants that I've already taught you. So hopefully this will be helpful for you. All right, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to get into the first little thing. You'll notice in Hmong that a lot of single consonants are mixed with the letter H after the single consonant, and some are mixed with it before the consonant. But this is going to be teaching you what the base consonant plus H will sound like. So I wrote up in the upper left corner, aspiration. That is key. Aspiration means blowing extra air out of your mouth. It also means another thing in English, but in this case, we're blowing some air out. So we're gonna get right into it because I need to get going on this. But CH is pronounced kind of like the Hmong C, except you're expelling some air out of your mouth. A trick to use is put your hand up to your mouth, and if you feel an extra amount of air coming out of your mouth than normal, then you're probably pronouncing your H part right. Okay, so let's get into this. So the CH is pronounced chaw, chaw, chaw. So put your tongue like in the position that a Hmong C would require, and then expel some air out, kind of like an English CH in a way, but don't pronounce it like an English CH. So chaw, chaw, chaw. So you'll get some more practice with that. DH is sort of tricky. You put your tongue on the roof of your mouth before that little curve that comes down towards your teeth. So right up there, and you say tao, 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 tao. So that one's kind of like a T in a way, but like using the middle of your mouth. So KH is pronounced like cat, very easy. PH is pronounced like pong, as in like ping pong, very easy. QH is pronounced like the Hmong Q, except you're blowing some air out, similar to the Hmong C. So, cow, 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 or kia, kia, kia. So get some practice with that one. Now, this is the hard one, RH. I would give this 5 chili peppers. To be honest, this one's really tricky for some people. But also, it's very simple at the same time. So you need to put your tongue in the position for an R and then blow some air out along with it. So you'd say tao, 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 tao. That one's pretty tricky, to be honest. You might not get it at first. It might sound like you are, but most likely you might not be. So the next one, TH, is you see that little diagram. I have your tongue right in between your teeth. This is the easiest way to pronounce it. You can make the pronunciation in a different way, but this is the easiest way to do it. So you put your tongue in the middle of your teeth and say tao, 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 tao. And so those are the base consonants plus H. So I'll be moving on to the next double consonants. All right, so now we have the H plus base consonant. It's very simple, so we're just going to dive right into it. So HL is like saying hello without the E. And that's pretty simple. You just say hello, hello, or flaw, 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 flaw. You can kind of hear the H coming out of my mouth before I say the L. That's pretty much it. Flaw, flaw. And then HM is just blowing air through the nose instead of the mouth. So with M and N, since you need to actually close your mouth to pronounce those two consonants, the air is going to come out of your nose. So blow air through your nose and then say the consonant M and the consonant N. So for HM, hmaw, 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 hmaw. And then HN, gnaw, 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 gnaw. So I wrote down some examples. So right at the bottom we have HLUB, which is pronounced hlu, hlu, which means to love. Then we have Hmoob, which is Hmong, Hmong, which means Hmong. And then Hnav, which is Na, 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 which means to wear. So next up, we're gonna do the N plus base consonant. So this will be fun. All right, so we've gotten to the easiest part. These are the easiest double consonants. I love these a lot. They're extremely simple. They're the N plus base consonants. So all you have to do is say before you say the consonant. And so I have some do's and don'ts. There are consonants you will do this to, and there are consonants that you don't do this to. So I'm just going to go through the list and pronounce each one. And then I'm going to tell you why you don't do this to other things. Well, it's very simple. They just don't exist. Hmong people don't say it. Anyways, so NC is pronounced Ngo. NK is pronounced Ngo. NP is pronounced Mbo. NQ is pronounced Ngo. NR is pronounced Ndo. NT is pronounced Ndo. NY is pronounced Nyo. And then you might have noticed there's an ML in there. The reason why NL is in the don'ts list is because ML takes its place. There's a few words that involve ML, but all you have to do is say before you say the L. So mlo, mlo. So that one's very, very simple. So I just added that one in there just because. And so the don'ts, do not put an N on D, F, L, M, S, V, X, or Z. These are non-existent kind of words. You'll never hear them, so you don't have to worry about it. Anyways, so the next one will be just the combination consonants, and those ones will be great. You'll like it. Okay, here we have combination consonants. Now, combination consonants are pretty easy, so let's just get right on in it. So we have the first one. This one's PL. So P plus B plus L. So if you just pronounce the normal Hmong P, like ba, 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 pretty much like that, just put an L on it. Blah, 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 blah. And there you go. You have PL. TS is the English J. So, hooray. That one's a pretty easy one. So, J as in jaw. So, jaw, 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 jaw. TX is like the Japanese TS. So, not the Hmong TS, but the Japanese TS. Sorry if you don't speak any Japanese. I mean, I don't, but everybody knows the word tsunami. Now, in America, most Americans pronounce tsunami as tsunami. They like make the T silent for some reason. But in Japanese, they actually pronounce the T S. So they would say tsunami, tsunami, tsunami. And it's exactly like that. It's the best way I can explain it. So the TX, it makes the za, 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 za sound. So the t. Now XY is the trickiest one of this bunch. Pretty much you need to put the middle part of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and then put the tip of your tongue on your bottom teeth. Now, I didn't exactly show it in the drawing, but there will be a little gap between the roof of your mouth and your tongue, because that's where the air is going to be coming out. And remember, tip of the tongue on your bottom teeth. So, it's pronounced shaw, 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 shaw. And so hopefully that will help you with the double consonants. We'll be moving on to the triple and quadruple consonants. So those are actually fairly easy, so don't worry about it too much. So I'll see you in the next video.